Have you ever noticed that native speakers don't always say the things you learned in English class? They use shorter, simpler expressions that sound way more natural. Well, today I'm showing you exactly 10 of them. The expressions that will make you sound fluent in real conversations. Hey, welcome back to Daily English Edge. I'm your host, and today we're covering 10 everyday English expressions that native speakers use constantly. If you want to improve your conversational English and sound more natural when you talk to English speakers, this lesson is for you. These aren't complicated idioms. They're simple, practical phrases that intermediate learners can start using right now. Let's dive in. Let's start with, you know what I mean? This is one of the most common filler phrases in English. Native speakers use it when they want to check if the listener understands them, or when they're explaining something and just want to keep the conversation flowing naturally. For example, if you say, "I was so tired yesterday, you know what I mean?" You're basically asking if the other person relates to that feeling. It's informal, friendly, and shows you're having a natural conversation, not giving a presentation. You'll hear this in casual conversations everywhere, at work, with friends, at home. Next, we have, "I'm down for that." This means you agree or you're excited to do something. If a friend says, "Wanna grab coffee this afternoon?" and you reply, "Yeah, I'm down for that," you're saying yes enthusiastically. It's very casual and friendly. You'll never hear this in a formal business meeting, but you'll hear it constantly in everyday English. Another way to say this is, "I'm in" or "count me in." All three phrases mean the same thing. You're ready and willing to participate. Now, "that makes sense" is incredibly useful. Use this when someone explains something and you understand it, or when something is logical and reasonable. For example, if someone says, "I'm staying home today because I have a bad cold," you might respond, "Yeah, that makes sense. Get some rest." It's simple, natural, and shows you're following the conversation. Native speakers say this all the time, in meetings, in casual chats, when they're listening to explanations. It's one of the easiest ways to show understanding and keep the conversation moving. Let's talk about "no worries" and "all good." Both of these are quick, casual ways to say, "Don't be concerned," or "Everything is fine." If you accidentally bump into someone and say, "Sorry," they might reply, "No worries." It's friendly and relaxed. "All good" works the same way. You can use it when someone apologizes to you, or when you're reassuring someone that a situation is okay. Native speakers use these phrases constantly instead of the more formal, "It's okay" or "Don't worry." These make you sound casual and approachable. Number 5 is, just checking in. This is what you say when you contact someone to see how they're doing or if everything is okay. For example, you might text a friend and say, "Hey, just checking in to see how you're doing." It's warm, friendly, and shows you care. You might also say this at work. "I'm just checking in to see if you have any questions about the project." It's a polite, natural way to start a conversation and shows genuine interest in the other person. Next, we have "my bad" and "my mistake." These are casual ways to admit you made an error. "My bad" is very informal and sounds more like something a friend would say. "My mistake" is slightly more formal but still conversational. If you forget to send an important email, you might say to your colleague, "My bad, I totally forgot about that." Native speakers love these phrases because they sound genuine and humble without being too formal or stiff. Let's move to, "that's a good point." Use this when someone says something that makes you think, or when they make an argument that you agree with. For example, in a discussion you might say, "That's a good point, I hadn't thought of it that way." It shows respect for the other person's idea and keeps the conversation positive. You can also say "good point" more briefly, and it means exactly the same thing. Native speakers say this constantly in debates, discussions, and casual conversations. Number 8 is about uncertainty. "I'm not sure yet," and "I'll let you know" are polite ways to say you don't have an answer right now, but you will later. If someone asks, "Can you come to the party?" and you're not sure, say, "I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you know by tomorrow." This shows you're being honest and responsible, and you're not leaving the other person hanging. These phrases are natural and honest, and they're much better than just ignoring the question. Here's "sounds good" and sounds great. Native speakers use these all the time to show they agree with a plan or suggestion. If someone says, "Let's meet at the coffee shop at 3 o'clock," you can simply reply, "Sounds good." It's quick, positive, and natural. You can also say, "That sounds good," with the article that. It means the same thing. This is perfect for text messages, emails, and casual conversations when you're making plans with someone. And finally, number 10. Actually, and wait, hold on. These expressions are used when you want to correct something or add new information to a conversation. For example, if someone says, "I think the meeting is tomorrow," you might say, "Actually, I think it's next week." Or, "Wait, hold on. I don't think that's right." These phrases are very natural and show you're engaged in the conversation. They help you clarify information without being rude, and they sound like the way native speakers really talk. There you have it, 10 everyday English expressions that native speakers use constantly. Start using these in your conversations, and you'll immediately sound more natural and fluent. The key is practice. Use these phrases in real conversations, and they'll become automatic. If you want to improve your English even more, consider working with a tutor or joining an English conversation group. And please, subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.